And we are live. Welcome everybody. Deane here with the crew. So excited to have you. This is called Genius Camp. It's a brand new topic, some brand new training for you guys. If you're into finding what you're passionate about, what you love, what you want to expand in this reality, in your experience, who you want to connect with, finding other people on the same page, building community. It's all around stepping into a place of leadership, a high level of leadership. And I think to boil that down, it's about creating and finding your inner genius. A lot of the time we grow up in life where we go to school, we have parents, we go to uni, have jobs, and we're usually abiding by other people's values, other people's vision, other people's goals, other people's reality of what life is. And so through health coaching and through Healy and through all the amazing networks that I've been associated with, as well as other personal development courses and programs, I've realized that those who are super successful in life, they drum to their own beat, so to speak, right? We all have this unique sound or resonance. We're talking about vibration and energy, and we're all making up this universe, one verse of the universe. We're all playing in that. We're playing in this orchestra and symphony. And if it's my belief, if we understand who we are, what our unique spice is, our unique sound, our unique vibration, our unique frequency, if we know what that is and go in on that and dive within, externally, it will reflect. So as we find our values, find our vision, find out who we are, the old saying of know thyself and then be thyself is what this is all about. How do you know thyself? How do you know who you are if we've always aligned with other people's views on us? So this is a time for you to dive into your own inner voice, your own inner genius, and step into a high level of leadership. So I'm super excited to share this with you guys. Friedrich Nietzsche, someone who talks about leadership a lot, he says that each genius is somebody who creates the mental world in which his successors will live. So a genius creates the construct of our reality and actually creates the path for other people to follow, the successors. And so we can actually mold, shift, change, restructure, create, co-create, destroy, right? And reconstruct a new reality for future generations. And that's what this is all about. So just a small topic today. So the history of this world follows the work of the geniuses. So we're talking about creating your own path rather than aligning to other people's paths. If this is something that excites you, please put a yes into the chat, or a yes, yes. Now, he also says that if we do not cultivate inner genius, if we don't own ourselves, you have lived a life of laziness. So just putting it out there. So what this is all about, I want to take you through a structure of aligning to your inner genius, inner voice, your who you are, what you stand for. And then, so we don't live a life of laziness, but we live a life of possibility and abundance and manifestation consciously in our own reality for us and our whole family and our Healy team. So a couple of things I want to share with you. These were his 7 steps to finding our inner genius. First step is to be ourselves. And this is about valuing ourselves. We spoke about yesterday on the Just Get It Done, the exercise of self-worth. You know, this ties into that. As we actually improve and boost our level of deserving, or our belief in ourselves and our confidence in who we are and what we're about, we'll take action. We'll start going out there. We'll start taking risks. And so first step here is to be yourself. And that's, I put in brackets, value you. Value how awesome you are. Your story is $1 million story. You just have forgotten, or you just haven't figured it out yet. And so it's my belief that everyone has a multi-million-dollar story inside of them. And it's about sharing that story with the world, allowing other people to resonate, and us aligning and influencing the world for the better. So the next step is to be a genius of the heart. And this is what they recommend is journaling. Some kind of process of self-reflection, journaling, maybe it's video, maybe it's chatting, conscious conversations with friends and family, but taking that time to reflect. He recommends journaling, but this was obviously a couple hundred years ago. There was no video. So taking that time to not come as a genius, not coming from our head, but coming from our heart. And as we align to our heart, that's really where we should start. That rhymed. So the third part here is protect your genius from the herd. As we know, the opinions of others, social norms, social mad. I sort of put man mad. That was supposed to be man-made norms. Some of these man-made norms are mad. So it's protecting our inner genius from the herd, from the voices, the opinions. For example, news right now is so confronting and so distracting and so fear-based. Whether it's, it's people saying, you got to do this, you got to do that. These are the opinions of others. And so it's about creating protection. Whatever your strategy is, turning the news off, turning the telly off, getting off scrolling, whatever, to keep your genius, the voice from within louder than the voice from the outside. The genius is no accident. He talks about it's not about luck, it's alignment. And so what it is hard work, energy, time, focus, and work ethic. So there's no accident. People don't just wake up being a genius. Apparently, even Mozart, we know Mozart was made these amazing music symphonies at such a young age, but his dad was a music teacher. And so he put a lot of work in, even though he was very, very young, right? These geniuses that we admire, don't admire them. They're exactly the same as you. They've just spent more time focusing in on their genius and then honing in. You can too. Don't resent geniuses. So this is talking about the mirror. If we can't celebrate other people's success, how are we going to celebrate our own? So it's talking about celebrate others, take radical responsibility, and give what you want to receive, give what you want to get. Learn to be diligent, take time to learn. There's no shortcuts. So whatever we go through today, we're going to figure out your values, your vision, who you are, what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are. We're going to create a lifestyle around what brings you joy. We're going to construct a lifestyle on that. That's your path. And there's no shortcuts. It's going to take a lot of time and energy and resources. Be grateful and clean. This is an interesting one. He said, be clean. I guess back in the day, they were quite messy. But he said, I've heard of the quote, cleanliness is next to godliness. So be grateful. That will always help us move through daring times. So it says, be daring, yet gentle. Be daring, yet gentle.